Our top story tonight, Joseph Duggar from the TV show 19 Kids and Counting is arrested on sexual assault charges involving a teenage girl. The arrest comes after the Bay County, Florida Sheriff's Office issued a warrant for a crime he allegedly committed in 2020. 5 News reporter Laura Castleman in the studio with us now to share what investigators are telling you tonight. Laura.
Yeah, Darren, investigators in Florida say the investigation started after they got a call from a detective with Tontitown police about a report of past sexual abuse. The sheriff's office says Duggar admitted to the actions to Tontitown detectives. 31-year-old Joseph Duggar was arrested on charges including unlawful sexual abuse of a minor. The Bay County Sheriff's Office says the alleged incident happened at Panama City Beach. In a Facebook post, the Sheriff's Office says the victim described that she was asked repeatedly to sit on Joseph Duggar's lap during a vacation in 2020. At the time, the victim was 9 years old. Both agencies released a statement explaining the arrest. Tontitown police shared this on social media, saying in part they received a report of a sexual assault of a minor, soon making contact with the Bay County Sheriff's Office. At 3 p.m., a warrant for Duggar was issued and he was arrested. He now sits in the Washington County where he waits for extradition. Chief Deputy Prosecutor for Washington County, Dennis Dean, explains that process and what happens next.
When somebody's arrested for a crime that happened in the distant past, the first thing that happens is the issuance of an arrest warrant. That's what happened in this case. Bay County, Florida issued an arrest warrant for John Duggar. That person will be brought in front of a judge tomorrow, and he can waive extradition. In that case, Florida has 30 days to pick him up, or if he contests jurisdiction, then Florida has to obtain what's called a governor's warrant.
Dennis says if Duggar contests the jurisdiction, then Florida would have to obtain a governor's warrant, which he says is a rare and lengthy process, but not off the table. Laura Castleman, 5 News.
All right, Laura, thanks. In any case that involves a child being victimized, getting the child to open up about what happened can be very difficult. We spoke with a staff member at the River Valley Child Advocacy Center in Clarksville about how they handle situations like this.
Each child is different. Some it's not difficult at all. They come in, they're ready to talk. There are times where a child, whether they may be in the system already or have been moved around through homes, or it's just not a stable environment for them, maybe they're reluctant and they think they're going to say the wrong thing, or they hold back.
Diamond Brockett is a forensic interview at the River Valley CAC. She says the role she plays in interviewing a child is very crucial to ensure police have all they need.
You got to be strict on the protocol. You have to think, okay, the investigators do need this. And if I say this, or if I feel like, I want to know that, but I can't really ask it in a way that's not leading, I just have to think, oh, that could be thrown out in court.
Bottom line, she says the child simply must come first.
I'm there for them, nothing else, not the investigators, nothing else. So the process goes, the child first protocol starts with just introducing the child to the room, the age appropriate instructions, building rapport. That is so important because, like I said, each child is different and they may come in there scared and nervous and visibly just not okay.
Our thanks to Diamond tonight for that. We'll continue to keep you updated with any new information from the case right here on air and also on our website at 5newsonline.com. Meanwhile, Prairie Grove's fire chief has retired amid an ongoing FBI investigation into allegations from a former employer. J.C. Dobbs has been on paid leave since mid-January. Prairie Grove Mayor David Falk confirmed today nothing has changed with the investigation so far. The FBI said they could not comment on any specifics as well, so we don't know any details on these allegations. Dobbs was on the city's planning and zoning, was also the city's planning and zoning director. Bentonville's Planning Commission has approved the plans to build a new music venue in the city. Live Nation announced plans to build a 2,500 capacity venue earlier this month. Commission unanimously approved the project set to be built on an 18-acre parcel near the Momentary. Live Nation expects the venue to create 280 jobs, bring in more than 100 concerts every year to the city. They hope to get it open by 2028. Washington County Quorum Court will weigh in on a resolution in response to multiple school walkouts. It comes after protests against ICE enforcement happened earlier this year at schools in Springdale and Fayetteville. It's a purely symbolic resolution. The Quorum Court cannot enact legislation involving schools. It will endorse, though, school districts revisiting policies on managing protests. The resolution will be considered during the Quorum Court's meeting on Thursday. Tonight, we now know when the high-profile murder trial of an Arkansas sheriff candidate will start. Aaron Spencer will stand trial in late June after a decision today by the newly appointed judge. Carter Thweet brings us up to date from Lonoke County.
New faces, new dates for the man hoping to be the next sheriff here at the Lonoke County Courthouse Wednesday, a pretrial hearing for Aaron Spencer, the man who won the county's Republican primary for sheriff after killing the man accused of abusing his underage daughter. In January, the Arkansas Supreme Court removed Judge Barbara Elmore from the case and appointed retired Judge Ralph Wilson. Due to national attention on the case and Spencer's campaign, Judge Wilson appointed Roy Ockert as a media representative for the trial.
Today was sort of a get acquainted session for Judge Wilson, who was appointed to the case after it had been started and restarted. So he wanted to see the courtroom and meet the attorneys.
But that's not all that happened. Judge Wilson, who lives in Osceola, made a decision supported by lawyers on both sides on when to hold the trial.
The trial has tentatively been set for June 22nd. And it's expected to last 2 weeks.
There's also a pretrial hearing set for April 29th. One topic that could come up is where to hold the trial. After Wednesday's hearing, Wilson and attorneys toured the Cabot Justice Center, which can hold more people than the Lonoke County Courthouse.
Judge Wilson knows that this is a high-profile case. There's a lot of interest in it in Lonoke County and the surrounding area, a lot of interest in it from the media. He wants to accommodate as many people as possible.
There's also a chance the trial could be moved up 1 week to June 15th if the defense's schedule allows.
Was Carter Thweet reporting moving the trial wouldn't be unprecedented. 4 years ago, the high-profile trial of Lonoke County Sheriff's Deputy Michael Davis moved to the Cabot Armory. A jury convicted him of negligent homicide in the killing of Hunter Britton during a traffic stop.